And it is time for week 9 of 12. With that being said, that means there's 4 weeks left in the program, and we're within 4 weeks away from the Vaughn weightlifting competition that's going to be held in Belton, Texas. I'm saying that as a kind of a reminder for you athletes that are in this area from our gym that are planning to compete at that competition. Make sure that you get signed up for that. We're getting close. We're trying to figure out how many athletes we're going to have at the competition and get all that stuff heading towards being finalized. So I want to remind you guys to go ahead and sign up for that competition if it's something that you're planning on doing. For all you other guys out there on the program that are outside of the area, again, still only 4 weeks away, so we're getting close to your test day from this specific program. As you can see, you can tell in the program, and as I've talked about already, there's more regular Olympic lifts inside of the program, and you're going to see that, of course, this coming week, and you're going to see those numbers and that work continue to progress up a little bit. You're also going to see the squats back up there a little more aggressively. Still not quite as aggressive as they were before, but you're going to see some heavier weights and that kind of thing as we get into this next week and through the following weeks. But keep in mind that it's a little less aggressive, a little less overall volume, because we want to do a couple things with that. We want your body to really have that opportunity to uptake all the work that you've been putting in up to this point. All those 7 weeks that you pushed really hard, you backed off last week, and now this 9th week, we're trying to really allow your body to still lift heavy but uptake all that work at the same time. Also, with the switch over in emphasis from really pushing the emphasis towards that strength work, those squats, those deadlifts, and that kind of thing, switching that over more to the Olympic lifts like we've talked about in this setup in the squat, these reps, these percentages, and all that stuff works together to make sure that you're getting as much out of the program that you can for what you're doing in that competition or for what you're testing, and that's the snatch and clean and jerk. All right, just a couple little more things I want to mention this week. The behind the neck split jerk, as you're going to see, we have 75% and above with a certain number of reps. That means that you can go up heavy. The aim would be the aim and the goal would be for you to go up heavy and hit maybe a max lift for the day if you're looking good, if your technique is hanging in there, if the quality is good. And so that means if you're not, I don't want you running forward with your last 3 heavy lifts and all that stuff, or I don't want you pressing out, that kind of thing. So make sure that the quality is good, but if it is, definitely you're ready and able to push to a heavy lift. That being said, if you're struggling a little bit with the movement, if you don't completely have it down, especially from behind the neck, if you've never really done a lot of those before, then spend the time with towards the lower end of that range, with the lower end of those reps, or you can go up to the higher end of those reps if you're getting some good reps in with those lower weights. And again, always work technique first. So we're going to look at this exercise as an assistant exercise. So that means the emphasis or the priority is technique, position, quality, mobility, all those things that we always emphasize and talk about within this program. So that first, but have fun with it if you're able to, and go up for a heavy lift there. Okay. One other exercise, or a couple other exercises I wanted to mention were the jerk grip overhead squat and the snatch grip squat press that have been in the program and that are in there this week as well. I know a lot of athletes struggle with a jerk grip overhead squat, so pay attention to the instructions in the videos. Make sure that you widen out a little bit and elevate your heels. Elevating your heels is actually the first step, so elevate your heels as much as you need to. If you do that, of course, stay lighter and load, but widen those hands out a little bit. The big thing there is that you're just pushing your limits, okay? So maybe it's not, maybe your feet aren't on the level surface and you're not at jerk grip right now. Just make sure that you're pushing your limits. You're doing something more narrow than a snatch grip, something that's close to that is uncomfortable for you, okay? Especially if you're not able to comfortably do a jerk grip overhead squat on a level surface, that's okay. Just push your limits, work the mobility between sets as indicated, and that kind of thing, and we'll get through it and hopefully continue getting you headed in those directions. Main takeaway there, guys, is don't just completely change the exercise all the way out to a snatch grip overhead squat, and don't just do a a comfortable standing snatch grip behind the neck strict press, there's always a way that you can progress towards the actual movement that we're doing. Okay, so read the instructions again and get through that, and you'll be better off overall for that. All right, guys, again, this is week 9. Week 10, you'll see kind of more of the same as we head towards that peak date. So I'll see you guys next week to talk to you about that.